waters of Queensland's Great Barrier Reef have provided superb fish for professional fishermen and seafood lovers for well over a century. Today, these fish support one of the most important commercial fishing sectors in the state. Queensland's commercial reef line fishery is worth tens of millions of dollars every year, directly employs hundreds of people all along the Queensland coast, and is the base for countless magnificent seafood meals. Plus, of course, these same species of fish give fun and enjoyment to a legion of recreational anglers. They sure are something worth looking after. The Great Barrier Reef region covers an area of more than 350,000 square kilometres, is 2,300 kilometres from north to south, and includes 2,900 individual reefs. In such a huge area, with a comparatively small number of professional fishermen, it's common not to see another boat the whole time you're out fishing. Professional fishermen travel out to the Great Barrier Reef from ports all the way from Bundaberg to Cooktown. They usually travel in a mothership with one or more small dories. These dories are worked by a single fisherman using just a hand line and catching fish one at a time. Fish can suffer from a problem called barotrauma, caused when the air in their swim bladder expands as they're brought to the surface. If they were released with a swollen swim bladder, the fish would float on the surface and be easily eaten by predators. It would also reduce the normally high rates of survival of fish kept alive in tanks. So, fishermen use a needle to de-air the fish so they can swim normally. And they handle the fish as little as possible, so as not to rub off the protective layer of slime on a fish's skin. They even use a special tool called a de-hooker to take the fish off the line. The state and federal government place strict limits on reef fishing. For example, fishermen need a special licence to catch reef fish, and only a limited number of these licences are available. If you want one, you have to buy one now from another fisherman prepared to give up fishing. Then there is a limit on the total quantity of reef fish allowed to be caught in any 1 year. This is called the Total Allowable Catch, or TAC. There are separate limits on some individual reef fish species as well, like coral trout and red-throat emperor, for example. Finally, each individual licence holder has a maximum quantity of fish that he is allowed to catch in any 1 year. As well, size limits on individual reef fish species mean that small fish cannot be kept and must be released back into the water. One of the most popular reef fish species in Queensland is the coral trout. Professional fishermen usually bring trout back to shore alive for sale from seawater tanks in specialist restaurants, both here in Australia and overseas. They've developed sophisticated techniques to keep the fish alive. The fish swim in large tanks of recirculating seawater with plenty of oxygen. The word sophisticated also applies to the containers used to fly the coral trout throughout Australia and overseas, designed to keep the trout well oxygenated and at a comfortable water temperature. Of course, coral trout and other reef fish are also very popular with seafood lovers all along the Queensland coast, and, with a variety of other species, are in strong demand at local retailers as whole fish or fillets, and also with diners in the state's many top-quality seafood restaurants. Commercial reef fishing is managed on the basis of sustainability. That is, the catches must be sustainable year after year after year into the future. Fishermen are providing top-class healthy food today, but at the same time protecting fish stocks for future generations. So, fishermen can look forward to plenty more days on the reef, and seafood lovers can look forward to plenty more reef fish meals. Whether you're a local or a visitor, the chance to enjoy fresh local seafood is a big attraction in Queensland. And with the chefs and the restaurants we've got along the coast these days, well, you know if you eat out, it's going to be cooked superbly. And there is no better fish to enjoy than fresh coral trout. That looks fantastic. Sensible management of fish stocks, like coral trout, means we can all go on enjoying fantastic seafood now and forever.